Getting lost in Tokyo for 6 hours was not my intention by any means. Japan has been all over my For You page and I feel kind of salty about it. Really salty about it. But hey, what can you do? It's not like I went there or anything and have been yearning to go back there for like 7 years. And I still think about it almost every day. Is that a problem? Anyway, I wanted to do my nails. I did them. You're about to see what Past Me was up to last night. But yeah, I decided, you know, might as well have something to talk about. I studied abroad in Japan and I got lost in Japan for 6 hours. In Tokyo, to be specific. Getting lost in Tokyo for 6 hours was not my intention by any means or stretch of the imagination. But at least I was with my friends when it happened, so it wasn't like completely, you know, traumatizing. It was just, I can't believe this is actually happening. So I'm just gonna laugh. And I think that's one of the ways that I cope with things that like stress me out. I just laugh. Just laugh it off and you'll be okay. Eventually. Anyway, I'm gonna hand it over to Past Halie, who actually did the nails last night and slayed at him. Love what's going on here. But if you want to see, you have to see what she was doing. And I guess if you want to hear the story about I got lost in Japan for 6 hours, take it away, Past Halie. Thank you, future Halie. You see me, you see these glasses, you see the blinds are closed because it's dark. You know what time it is. It's nail time. And today we actually have a second angle. I finally remembered to bring my stand from the inside to my room. So like, I mean from the cottage to my room. So now I can actually use it. So that's nice. I actually don't want to wear glasses today, so I'm just gonna take those off and put them over here. We have an array of things and I'm not entirely sure what I want to do. I want to do green because my hair, I don't know if you can really see, or what it looks like in the back of my head. The back of my head is none of my business, but if I scratch my hair because it's still fresh color, it comes off greenish blue. So I was like, why don't we just play into that and make a greenish set? But I also got these new colors from Gaoi, and they're supposed to have with tortoiseshell, so I'd like to try to do one of them in tortoiseshell. Can I actually do that? I don't know. I got them from Amazon. So we're gonna go ahead and start with just the prep. My nails are pretty, I just took off a layer of gel that was left over. I tried to, oh, I forgot this nail. They're looking a little busted, but that's fine. Just gonna lightly, what is this? Buff them so the stuff will adhere. Some of them need a little bit of shaping. Does anybody else have that problem where like some of my nails are more like naturally grow in a rounded shape and the rest of them grow in square? Is that normal? Just kind of let them do their own thing. I know people are like, you gotta have uniform shape. I'm like, why? I don't want to do that. No thanks. So I'm curing my left hand, and I think what I'm gonna do is the base layer, the Jello layer, and then I'm gonna put a base coat, gel base coat, because I think this makes the nails last longer. And then I'll do a little bit of the extend just to make it thicker. Oh yeah, and y'all want to hear like a story time? I have a story for you. So I've been seeing all over my For You page, there has been everyone's going to Japan. Oh my god, I'm going to Japan. Oh my god, I'm in Japan. I'm being like, I want to be in Japan. And something you may not know about me is I studied abroad. I studied abroad in Japan for a semester and it was phenomenal. But you know, a couple things did happen. And one of those things being I got lost with my friends in Tokyo for 6 hours. Isn't that just great? So as far as like Japan goes, we went to school in Akita, and why did I say it like that? Anyway, we went to school in Akita and we flew to Tokyo, and it was a really quick flight. It's like an hour. You know, we had looked at the map and the directions were looking real simple. They were looking very uncomplicated, very, you can do this. This is easy. Just take a taxi. Do not take a taxi. So what happened is that we got in the taxi and immediately hit traffic. And after hitting traffic, I was like, this is gonna take a long time, and we have to be at our Airbnb. We have to be at our Airbnb by a certain time, otherwise it closes and we can't get in. So I'm just like, y'all, I put up the map and the traffic said it's gonna take us like 2 hours to get there, or an hour and a half. And the meter on the taxi had already gone up to like, I don't know, I think it was like $30, and we had only been out of the airport for like 5-7 minutes. So I immediately was like, yo, this is about to be like $300, $200 of a taxi ride to get to where we need to go. We need to get out and just get on our way, because otherwise we're about to go broke and we don't have the money to pay for this damn taxi. After everyone saw that, we all kind of started freaking out, but luckily we were able to convince the taxi driver to let us off. We paid for the taxi fare that we had and we started walking. I opened Google Maps and got our butts on the move. On Google Maps it said, oh, it's just like over this hill and down this road. And we get off, and obviously I'm having to figure out where we are and coordinate and figure out how we're supposed to get to where we're supposed to be based off of where we are, and the map wasn't working, and I have to read it and also figure out which street we're on and figure out where I'm actually supposed to go. And then we get to the hills. It was a mountain, all right? I can't even, there's no other way to go about this. It was not a hill, it was a mountain. We were on eye level with the moon at one point, giggling and laughing because we're delusional at this point, right? We're like, we're not gonna make it, we're gonna be sleeping outside, have to, you know, it's ridiculous. But, you know, trying to keep positive, like, oh no, we'll make it, like we're on our way. Past, I think it was 11, almost midnight, and we had been walking for 3 hours at this point, trying to get over these hills and get to where we're supposed to go. And I realized on the map, I was like, yo, there's a train station. We right down there, down another hill, of course. It was like 2 hills later. We can just go down there, and we got on a train, and then it's just a quick stop, and then just like beeline it to the Airbnb and we'll be okay. Everyone's like, boom, this is great. We get on the train, and we're like, oh, finally. And I've been in communication with the Airbnb hostess this whole time. She's like, where are you? And I was like, we're close, we got lost. We've been walking for hours. We're gonna be there. Please don't lock us out. Till we're on the train, and we're like, thank God, you know, we can do this. We've already had a couple of one of my friends in my group. She had already cried a little bit, so that was just like, I understand you, but I have no room to cry right now. I need to. The situation is so ridiculous. I can't even form tears. And you won't believe what happened next. The train stopped. The service ended because it had hit midnight. Trains were done running. So the train stops, we're like, why is everyone getting off? And the train people came in, they're like, you have to get off. And I'm just like, you have got to be kidding me. This is not real. This is not my life. So we get off the train. Obviously I'm absolutely delusional at this point. Me and my 2 other friends, we're just laughing. We're like, oh my God, it's like, of course this happens to us. We stopped at a Lawson, got like a drink, you know, we tried to like feel happiness. And I look at the map. We are about, I'm not really good at judging in blocks, but we weren't that far from where we needed to be. It was almost 2 a.m. at this point, and I'm just like, well, we'll just have to strategize. I look at the map, I'm like, oh, there's a 24/7 McDonald's. We can just stay there and just, you know, take turns sleeping and watching each other's stuff. We were gonna sleep in a McDonald's. At this point, like, I'm like, there's no way this Airbnb lady is gonna let us in. We're just 4 girls lost in Japan. Now we're about 2 blocks away. I've already strategized my survival plan. I already know what's going to happen, how it's gonna go down. I text a lady, I was like, we're like 2 blocks away. And she said, if you can get here before 2 a.m., I'll let you in. We ran. We actually booked it. We probably had 5-ish minutes to make it 2 or 3 blocks to get to the door of the Airbnb and like, hey, we're here, let us in, please, please. And we made it, thank God. We make it, we're in the Airbnb. She's like, you know, just be quiet, this is you guys' room. And we're just laughing. Couldn't believe that what just happened. And then you won't even believe this though. I was like, that was so complicated. We should have never gotten in the taxi. And I was right, because I looked at the map, and what took us 6 hours to get to this Airbnb from the airport should have only taken us 2. If we had just gotten on the train straight out of Tokyo airport and gone straight on the train and got off at the stop and walked our little butts to the Airbnb instead of getting a taxi because we didn't know what we were doing, it was our first time traveling in Japan by ourselves, it would have been at a reasonable time. Wouldn't have gone through all this treacherous freaking work that we just did through. Honestly, it's a great story. I'll give it that. And the feeling of being the only people walking around while it's pitch black with the moon out is indescribable. The level of delusional hysterics I was feeling is indescribable. That's my air purifier you're hearing. I always forget that I take screenshots of nail art inspo whenever I start doing my nails. I immediately forget that I ever took those and I'm always like, what am I gonna do? What do I want to do? And I remember I think I take it as a challenge to try to do it from memory, which is not the best thing to do, but what can I say? I'm competitive. My legs hurt, my back hurts, and I'm not done. Hey, we are done. Oh my god. It's midnight now. It took me, I don't know, what did I say I start? 10:45. Hour and 15 minutes? Not too bad. The hardest part is just deciding what I'm gonna do on each nail. I'm just like, what theme is it? And I decided, you know, I do try to make them kind of go together, but I don't like necessarily when they're the same thing on every finger. I don't know if that's like this, the artist in me. But I just like the way it looks when it's just every single finger is different. Even if it's the same idea, it's still different. Anyway, I'm tired. I need to clean up, go to sleep. I have a lot to do tomorrow, and I don't know if I want to film or not. We'll see. But yeah, woo! Take it back, future Halie. That's dirty laundry. Don't look at that. I am back again, and I need to freaking clean up again. I don't know how I keep doing this to myself. Anyway, back to me. Back to future Halie. Bye. Yes, and this is how they turned out. I love how they turned out. I think I did such a great job. I'm so proud of myself. Like, come on now. Like, come on. This is cute. I'm very obsessed with the gold things. This is my first attempt. Wait, where's the other one? My first attempt at the tortoise shell. It's something. This is a flower. I feel like I should have added some more dimension. I also didn't want to put too much, but it's cute. We've got some green with design. That's neat. Oh yeah, these two are the same. I saw this design on somebody's, was it TikTok? Yeah, I think it was somebody's TikTok. It looked cute. Sounds like I'm gonna do that. And then I got this one. This one, I kind of didn't know what to do. I didn't like how I started out. There's like some petals on here. It's not my favorite. It's not. What else? Oh, and I have these two. Again, don't really know what was happening with this one. Kind of just went with it. Be more abstract. And there's a little butterfly sticker on there. Some glitter. Love that. Anyway, I'm gassed because of these. I think I did a really good job. I think I'm getting better at doing my natural nails and making them look cool, because sometimes you need to have short nails to be able to function. Anyway, the moral of the story is, if you travel to Japan, Tokyo, I think you can take a taxi, because when I went to Kyoto, Osaka, and Nara, I was with one of my Japanese friends, and he was able to speak to the taxi driver, and it really wasn't that complicated. I don't know if it was the foreigner tax or whatever it was, but we were about to pay $300 for that taxi, and that was not going to happen on my watch. I mean, you may want to map out your route from the airport to take the train. The train system there is amazing. It's so good. And a lot of Airbnbs will have like pictures of like where you need to go and what station you gotta get off to and the path that you have to walk. Because that's how it was for the Airbnb that we got in, I think it was Osaka. It was easy. Just needed to, you know, think just a little bit more. And then maybe I wouldn't have gotten lost for 6 hours. But then I wouldn't have had this cool story to tell. So who really won in the end? Me. Okay, I'm gonna go. I actually went outside and I'm having like some weird allergic reaction to allergies. My throat feels weird. I've taken a Benadryl. I need to take these rings off. I need to go feel normal again. Maybe take a nap. I don't know. I hope you like my nails as much as I do. I think I'm maybe a little bit too excited about this. I have other things to do this week. My mom's birthday is this week and I'm going to make her a cake. I bought direct decorations and everything. I'll put a picture if by that time I'm finished, but no promises. Anyway, bye. I'm so proud of myself. I need to stop. Okay, bye. Like, comment, share, subscribe if you want to. It does help me out there. And I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm done. Bye.